Far, far away, in a grand kingdom covered in snow and ice, lived a virtuous princess named Snow White. Adored by her affectionate father, the king, and feared by her wicked stepmother, the queen. She spent her days learning the importance of being fair and kind to everyone. Sadly, her peaceful existence was threatened by the queen's obsessive desire to be known as the fairest of them all. Determined to maintain her title, the vain queen consulted her magical orb, which reflected images of those worthy of praise. Summoning her darkest thoughts, she queried, "Magical orb, reveal to me, who is the fairest of them all?" Much to her horror, the orb responded, "Snow White, the king's daughter, possesses a purity that surpasses thine." Furious, she hatched a nefarious plan to destroy Snow White and claim the throne for herself. Unaware of the queen's twisted schemes, Snow White frolicked carefree in the wintry landscape surrounding the castle. During her explorations, she stumbled upon a hidden trove of enchanted gemstones, reflecting various attributes: generosity, honesty, bravery, and loyalty. As she touched each stone, a surge of energy flowed through her veins, amplifying her innate goodness. Little did she know, these stones played a significant role in the defense against the approaching darkness. Meanwhile, the queen commissioned the services of a skilled witch, demanding a potion concocted from rare ingredients to ensure her victory over Snow White. Desperate to appease the furious queen, the witch gathered components from obscure corners of the realm. Ultimately, the dreadful mixture required a drop of blood from the kind-hearted Snow White. Simultaneously, Snow White's friendship with a valorous prince from a neighboring kingdom intensified. Often escaping the confining walls of the castle, they explored the vast forests, discussing hopes, fears, and aspirations. Regrettably, their stolen moments ceased abruptly when the queen decreed that Snow White isolate herself from any outside contact. Denied access to Snow White, the crestfallen prince plotted a strategy to save her from her precarious situation. Transforming himself into a harmless animal, he managed to enter the castle grounds without drawing attention. From afar, he observed the growing tension between the queen and her stepdaughter. Realizing the severity of Snow White's circumstances, he joined forces. With the enchanted gemstones forming a protective barrier around her spirit. Confronted by the seemingly invincible alliance, the distraught queen unleashed her final weapon, the deadly potion procured from the witch. Seemingly defeated, Snow White collapsed lifeless. However, unknown to the queen, the prince's timely intervention protected Snow White from certain demise. Instead, she fell into a profound slumber, encapsulated within a solid block of translucent ice. Grief-stricken, the devastated king abandoned his throne, leaving the kingdom vulnerable to the queen's merciless grasp. Meanwhile, the prince remained steadfast in his mission to rescue Snow White. Venturing near the ice-bound princess, he placed a tender kiss upon her frozen lips. Awakening from her cursed slumber, Snow White smiled weakly at her rescuer. Infuriated, the queen challenged the couple directly. Surrounded by the revitalized enchanted gemstones and the triumphant prince, the queen was swiftly apprehended. Forcing her to drink the lethal remainder of the witch's potion, the evil monarch succumbed to her own creation, ending her despotic regime. Restored to health and happiness, Snow White assumed the vacant throne, ruling with wisdom and integrity. Alongside her devoted prince, she strengthened bonds with her subjects, leading the kingdom towards an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. Encased within a jeweled pedestal, the translucent ice prison became a reminder of Snow White's remarkable legacy and the power of love and kindness.